Hello, good evening. This is a super exciting launch because we have got Kaffe Fassett's absolutely stunning range of fabrics on here. We've got Natasha in the studio. Hello, Natasha.
Hello, how are you?
I am good, and I'm really interested to see whether everybody goes for the complete collection or whether one will get in the lead. I reckon the complete collection is going to go.
It would be rude not to.
Wouldn't it?
Oh,
yeah.
It would be so rude not to. They're just exquisite. And the thing with Kaffe is that he has all the colours, so you can mix and match throughout. The hardest thing is choosing which pattern to go with.
Do you know, I remember, I think the first time we had it on, it was possibly with Hayley, and literally everything sold out within 5 minutes. Yep. It was that quick. So you get ahead. Everything is being dispatched from the, 16th of September, 2 weeks' time. Oh, while you're having a look on the website and checking out, do you want to just tell us a little bit about Kaffe?
Yeah, sure. So Kaffe Fassett has had a career spanning, well, 6 decades.
Okay.
So far. You know, he's in his 80s. Wow. He is phenomenal. And he is just the nicest, kindest, most generous, interesting man that you can meet. And this is part of the Kaffe Fassett Collective. Now, the Kaffe Fassett Collective is Kaffe himself. It's Brandon Mabley, who does funky designs like this.
Cool.
And so, you know, those, and oranges and things like that. He's wonderful. And then when you see the botanicals, then that is the third sort of spoke of the wheel, if you will, and that is from a guy called Philip Jacobs, who has designed for Liberty Sanderson. I mean, some of his fabrics are in the White House. I mean, we're talking top quality when we're talking about the Kaffe Fassett Collective. And so Brandon and Kaffe work very closely together, and then Philip will come in once a year and bring his prints, and Kaffe will choose which ones he wants, and then he will do the colour work. And Philip has said to me in the past, he considers Kaffe to be the best colorist in the world right now.
Amazing. Thank you, Natasha. Now, normally I would go, right, the one-day special, I'm actually going to go straight to the complete collection, because once it's gone, it's gone. Because what you get is the threads as well, and once they're gone, that's it, no complete. So, all right then, here's your first option for the one-day special, because I have to do that bit. But anyway, have a little look. Isn't it beautiful? You've got your grey, your pale, and then the spring and the masculine. That's in this beautiful collection. I mean, look at it.
You have to stroke it. Even my daughter, who is 2, strokes it.
Yes, it's beautiful. So they are fat quarter pieces. So you've got 15 in your first fat quarter collection. We'll have a much more of an in-depth look in a minute. It's just that we're worried that the complete's going to go. Right, then we have got our second collection here. Again, I'm stroking it. Oh, I do like this collection. So here we've got our green, warm, winter and sun collection. And again, look at these bright, bold colours. I really want your top, I have to say. I've been eyeing it up. But again, it's like you're saying, it's like those wonderful, funky prints. So you've got either of those two options, $49.99 with a £15 saving, $493.447, and you can spread the cost on either option, 2 payments of £25. However, if you want it all, the whole collection plus these spools of thread, oh my gosh, 40% of the stock has already gone, and we've just had confirmation that we can't get any more. Right, so
can I just interrupt you about those threads?
Yes.
These just aren't any old threads.
No, yes.
These are Aurifil threads. Okay, so Aurifil is 100% cotton, and each of those retails generally at around £8 a spool.
Gosh.
So it's a 1,000-metre spool there. It's 100% cotton. It's the creme de la creme of cotton threads here. So we're not talking any old, you know,
bunged-in thread.
This is beautiful. And the beautiful thing about Kaffe is that whatever colours you get, it's going to go.
Okay, lovely. Yes, so again, to repeat, once this complete collection is gone, it has gone. 2 payments then of £49.99 if you want to spread the cost. Did we say, can you remind me of the total saving on the complete collection? Yeah, £40, because you've got £15 saving on each one-day special and a further £10 on here. So that's a £40 saving. It's gone absolutely... Basically, the phone lines are on fire. Natasha, almost half the stock's gone now. We're 4 minutes in. Wow.
That's Kaffe. Now, you see, the thing about Kaffe is that whatever he turns his hand to, he succeeds. Because, and I firmly believe that it's because whatever he does with incredible passion. I mean, this is a guy that was asked to design a garden for the Chelsea Flower Show.
Right.
Gets a gold award.
Wow.
I mean,
cool.
you know, I mean, and the things that he does, the very first time that he designed any quilting fabric, he took it to the Houston Fair. Now, this is like the big major quilting fair. This is the epitome. If you win there, then of course he wins.
Yeah,
doesn't even realise what a huge accolade it is.
Doesn't he?
No, because it's just he's just doing what he loves, and he's incredibly good at what he does, and so he just does what he does with passion, and everything else just falls into place. He has led the most incredible life. I was trying to work it out. I've over the years interviewed him one-to-one for over 9 hours.
Yeah.
And we're just scratching the surface. He's one of my favourite people. He's my desert island person.
Oh my gosh, that's so good. He sounds a very humble guy as well.
Him and Brandon are just the sweetest, kindest, most generous people, and they want to pass on their knowledge of colour. They want to pass on. They want to make the world a more colourful place, and they are doing it in every way that they turn. They are an amazing combination. And then you throw Philip Jacobs into the mix for the Kaffe Fassett Collective, and you are on to a winner, because not only do you have mix of scale, different colours, you've got a mix of artistry, which is gorgeous. So you've got the botanicals from Philip, you've got the wacky and the cheery and the fun-loving from Brandon, and then you've got the beautiful artistry again from Kaffe. Now, Kaffe was a fine artist. He's been an actor, he's been a model. Lots of people know him from the 70s from his knitwear, and then through the 80s he did his glorious knitwear collection and his books, and then also he had a series on the BBC as well. So he's been very well known throughout the years, and he just keeps on bringing it. And he's still bringing it.
Lovely stuff. So as I said on screen, should we just open one out, but just so you can see the size of that fat quarter? But please pop this in your baskets. Remember, we have repeats as well on overnight, and your fastest way to order is going to be online at hochanda.com, because the phone lines are rammed. There you go.
This is one that Kaffe has done in lots of different colourways. It's a staple within his collections. They don't go out of fashion. He's been doing these ones for years. It's come in so many different colourways, and it's an absolute cracker. Fat quarter, for those of you that are wondering, that's a funny name. What is it? Your fabric is 44 inches from selvage to selvage, and you take a metre piece of that and you cut it into quarters, and that is your fat quarter. That's what you've got. It's approximately 50 centimetres by 55 centimetres.
Wonderful.
And that's what you will have.
Thank you. Do you know what? I'm chuckling to myself because the phone keeps going off in our ears.
Every 2 seconds.
They're like, it's because it's so busy. Over half the stock has gone of the complete collection. Remember, in this collection, you'll get all of these beautiful fabrics, 30 in total of your fat bundle, fat quarters, and your fat bundle.
You can call it a fat bundle, because it will be. It really will be by the time it arrives.
Love it. And then, of course, you get your elite, the Rolls Royce of your
Absolutely.
threads. Very nice.
Absolutely.
Okay, so again, you can spread the cost. Item number for the complete is 501832. Now, we have got a pick and mix of fabulous, where are we going? Over here, sorry. Half-metre fabrics, and they are, again, delectable. I might have to move this slightly, maybe just for a minute. There you go. Beautiful fabrics. I was saying to you again, I'm like, I like this one, I like this one. Oh, let me hold this. Right, there we go.
The bib.
I'll just wear the bib. There you are. But have a look at these. So you are choosing any 3.5 metres, and again, they've all got that pow of colour, you know.
Which would you go for?
Yeah, I was discussing this. I think this one is me. And
so
then,
luscious.
Oh, that's what it's called.
Yeah.
And I think these two down here.
Oh, you'd go, okay, yeah. Lovely. What about the dahlias, though?
This one?
Yeah. And you've got that in 2 different colour
beautiful.
tones, because you've got it down there in the autumnal tones as well.
You see, Well, then I just have to go for a couple of pick and mixes, wouldn't I?
It would be rude not to. And when I was planning the show, I also put in the soft pastel tone there. Yeah, because I made a little dress for my daughter out of it, and it needed a ½ meter of fabric. So selfishly, I went, well, it needs to go in there then, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So that's it's the joy of choosing the show, isn't it?
I know. I'd love to be able to choose a show.
I wanted some really wow prints here. I wanted you to be able to get a large amount of some of the larger, incredible wow prints. And if you look at the Luscious up there, which that one, and then you look at the regimental stripe next to it.
Oh yes.
So the stripe goes with so many of them. It goes with the ones that it's in between. You'll find those colours through there.
Yeah.
You can pull it through with the dahlia on the end next to you as well, and also the autumnal coloured dahlia down the bottom as well. It's got tones from all of that, so that is a really useful blender, but a standout fabric alone as well. It's gorgeous.
Question, if you decided at home to go for 3½ meters of the same one, does it come cut at ½ meters, or is it a continuous, do we know?
I'm gonna say assume it will be cut.
Okay, that's fine.
It might not be, but I don't want to promise because it's not me doing the cutting.
Fair enough.
So this is me fronting for a company. This isn't me myself.
Got you.
If it were me, then I would say yes, but it's not. So I can't guarantee.
That's all right. So we'll go with it's ½ meters each time. So then we're safe, aren't we? So that's fine.
Yeah.
Right. So have a look on the website where you can see everything else. We've got a fabulous pick and mix there for you. Go on then. So which ones would you go for? What do you reckon?
I love the dahlias. I would do. Probably the 2 dahlias and the regimental stripe, because I've already used the Millie Fleury for lilac for my daughter. And I've already got the Luscious and the other 2. Oops.
All right, this is brilliant. That's what it's about. Love that. Gorgeous stuff. Now, we have also something very special because Kaffe has actually signed some copies for us of this wonderful book that we're going to show you.
Kaffe has now brought out, oh gosh, I'm trying to remember how many it is. Is this his 19th, something like this? Now, we have 2 options on the book for you. You can either get it here for £24.99, and that is the signed one there. They are a limited edition signed one. If you're not worried about it being signed, then we've got another option, which is a couple of pounds. They've knocked off a couple of quid because it's not signed.
Okay. I'd rather get the signed one.
Would you know what?
Yeah.
I know, absolutely. So they've got the signed book plates on there, and they are absolutely gorgeous. So Kaffe's Quilts in series are always stunning. They're half coffee table books. This is how I describe them anyway. Half coffee table books because the photography is phenomenal. Now, Debbie Patterson that does the photography, she used to photograph food.
Okay.
And when Kaffe chose her, he saw her layout with, I think it was some blue and a piece of garlic or something, and just the way that she had planned it, he went, yeah, you are the woman. Because you have to work really, really closely.
Yeah.
And they're always on a time limit. They had a few days in Burano, which is just off Venice.
I was going to ask you.
Yeah. And they just have, I mean, it's an absolute joy. And Kaffe didn't actually believe that it was going to look quite like that. And he turned it down initially as a place. And then his niece went there and sent him photos, and he's like, what? That's not what I know. And so he was like, absolutely, I need to go there. So this is Burano, and they have these most beautiful, beautiful houses. So they go on location there. So we've got, here we go, there's Kaffe and there's Brandon. Brandon always has a smile on his face, and Kaffe then gets to the end of the shoot and he's starting to stress a bit, and Brandon finds it hilarious. And so you get these incredible photos, and you get the character of them through it. So you get the first half of the book is this incredible photography showing you all of these different quilts, and then what you get after that is in the second half you get all of the patterns for every single quilt.
Got you.
So you get
love that one.
Yeah, I mean, look at this. It's just phenomenal. So you get the colours here, and then the way that you've got the blue washing across there. Just it all ties in absolutely beautifully. So you've got all of these patterns, and the quilts are gorgeous,
Yeah,
and
no,
I've
look at
handled the originals, and they're
Have you?
beautiful. They feel exquisite, and the colours are absolutely phenomenal. And I mean, you can see here one of the backings there, and we've got some of the Kaffe Fassett backings for you. He firmly believes that the back of the quilt should be as spectacular as the front.
Got you.
And so he has designed the most. This is one of my favourites. And if you've got the regimental stripe from the pick and mix, and you're part way there. And so just on and on it goes. They are phenomenal. And then you get to like the recipe book bit.
Got you.
So you'll get, this is the list of all of the fabrics, you get the quantities, you get the cutting instructions, and then you get your step-by-step how to actually assemble. They also give it a difficulty rating as well, so that if you're not quite sure if it's the one for you. But what I would say is that we will be bringing some of these fabrics in a month or so.
Lovely.
So get the book now, have a perusal through, pick your favourites, and then you can get the fabric
to match. Wonderful.
Yeah.
We're over 20% of the signed copy, and that is, as we said, limited edition. Quilts in Burano, is that how you pronounce it?
Burano,
Wonderful.
beautiful.
By Kaffe Fassett, signed copy. £24.99. Item number is 594066. You can call us, of course, on the usual number, but the best way to order is at hochanda.com, because it is super, super busy out there. What would you like to demo, Natasha?
Well, it's one of those things, decisions. And I've brought along quite a lot of my patterns today, so you can pick a mix of the patterns as well. But what I suddenly realised is in having my own company, we have a lot of fabric coming through. And my daughter, who's nearly 2 in a couple of weeks.
Is she already?
Yeah, I know. I don't know. She cried this morning because she wasn't allowed to go to school. And dropped Freddie off and she started crying. So we shoved her in, it was fine. She had a whale of a time. So anyway, but she is obsessed with Kaffe's fabrics.
Okay.
And when they come in, she spends hours lifting the bolts, and she stacks them and she loves them. And what I've noticed is that also they are incredibly drawn to them. So I thought, well, what better than to introduce children to this vibrancy and gorgeousness of colour? My son will play for hours with Kaffe scraps. Brandon sent me a whole bag of their scraps, and Freddie just spends hours playing with them because the colour draws them in. So I thought, well, how about we just do a baby bib, a really simple, easy make. So if you have someone that is expecting, because there is going to be a lockdown baby boom, right? Then why not create a really, really simple, easy bib? And this size bib my daughter has worn from the day dot. Like I say, she turns 2 in 3 weeks' time, and she's still wearing the same size. So it's done her for 2 years already. And you can use, I mean, I've used here a brushed cotton for the back, but you can use upcycle your old towels or fleeces or anything like that. But the front is going to be, you've got the one over there with the oranges.
This is really pretty.
Yeah, and it's just fun.
And that's this one from, there you go, that's this one. But if you want patterns, by the way, and this is one of them, you can pick any two, go to the website, $9.99. Sorry, back to you.
So, I mean, fussy cutting is one of those things if you want a particular part of the design. And I was going to do another one from that, and I thought, hang on a minute, I've got all these to choose from. So I've chosen this one.
Ah, yes.
And if I folded it right, I'm going to get, hopefully, part of that.
Oh, nice. Yep, looks good.
Because it's just really pretty. So on the fold, you get the template in your pattern. That's the other thing, isn't it? When you have little ones, you can never have enough bibs. This is what I realised. And when we first had children, you know, we were sent so many bibs and things. I was like, oh, crikey, am I really going to use them? Yes, yes. So if in doubt, make bibs, because they will get used and washed and used and washed, and so that was my experience. So I just thought I would come on and share, and this has been one of my favourite styles. So I just thought I would share that as well. So you draw around the template and you draw around it on the fold, which saves time and effort and everything else. You will do this with your lining as well. I say lining, the backing, if you want, of this. And actually, when my daughter goes to the drawer, these are the ones that
she's drawn to.
she picks out for herself.
That's adorable.
She's got a mind of her own.
Oh, and she's only 2.
I know, I know.
Good luck
Help
with the
us all.
boyfriends.
Thanks, yeah. Yeah, she went in this morning and she just pointed at the other kids and went, boys! It's like, oh no, it's starting already. This poor child looked terrified, didn't know what had hit him. So we open this out. And then, oh yeah, we did, look, there you go. There's your fussy cutter. I know, what luck.
Yeah.
Oh, it's almost like I've done it before.
How many do you reckon you've made? Hundreds,
oh,
probably.
I don't know, because they just wash and wear and just, we were very lucky. When I fell pregnant, so many viewers were so generous and sent us so many gifts. It was incredibly humbling.
Yeah.
So actually, I didn't need to make that many. But we loved them so much that, you know, you do end up with your favourite things.
Cool.
And if I can kind of share that with anyone, then I will.
Yeah.
So, again, if when I place my pins in, I'm placing them so that I don't have to take them out when I sew around. So it's going to hold the fabric just enough. And there might be, because there might be one side that's sort of slightly bigger than the other when you've cut it out, because, you know, we're not robots. Don't worry about it. Just go 1/4 of an inch from the inner one, if you want, the smaller one.
Yeah.
And leave a turning through gap. And I chose to leave mine at the bottom, just about like that.
Yeah.
And then you're just going to sew around. When I say this is an easy make, this is a beginner make. If you maybe haven't been near a sewing machine for years, then it's just the easiest.
Yeah, I think even I could do this.
Yeah, well, that's just it, isn't it? And it's about bringing things that are quick, easy, affordable. This could be part of a scrap that's left over if you wanted, or you could patchwork it and make your own fabric to then cut it out of as well. I've done that before now. The only thing is, there are some corners. That's the most difficult part of this, is going around some of the corners. And but like I say, slow and steady as you go around, and just when you stop. I'm very lucky with this machine because it will keep my needle down, lift my foot, and then I can twizzle it round. It's not the beast that we had on. I would pre-wash. We've just had a question about do you pre-wash. There will be some shrinkage, as there is with any cotton fabrics. So if you're quilting and you're worried about the shrinkage, personally for quilts I don't pre-wash because I quite like that shrunken sort of cozy look. But if you're worried about it, pre-wash. If you are dressmaking, always pre-wash, because the last thing you want is to spend hours making something and then have to dye it to get into it once you've washed it. That's no fun because it's shrunk.
Yeah. You made me chuckle because I've been thinking about this, about how many lockdown baby booms we're going to have.
Oh, they're already making, the schools are already having to sort of make provisions for, you know, the years going on. So many people I know are pregnant.
Nothing better to do.
Yeah, well, absolutely, absolutely.
Well, and craft, obviously.
And craft, yeah.
Just those two things.
They are your options on lockdown. We'll soon be seeing which one people chose, won't we?
But look how quick and easy this is to do. And I guess even you could, it would take longer obviously, but you could hand stitch this because it's just, you know, so straightforward. You could embroider, you could applique, you can personalise it. If you wanted to, you could applique initials on, anything like that. So the next thing that I would do is take out all the pins and then pinking shear around the edge, and that's just because we have got some curves going on here. A bit like me post lockdown. No, well,
more curves going on than there was before.
We're all saying that though.
Yeah, and so just and also it will just stop any fraying. Cotton will fray just because of the way that it's woven. But this way, it's like talking and concentrating and cutting is not always easy.
Don't want to snip the
So
stitches.
don't cut through your stitches. I went so close.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Yeah. Yeah, so the pinking will stop any kind of fraying because these are gonna be washed.
Yes.
And
Washed and washed.
yeah, they really are.
Yeah. Big queues on the phones. As I said, please go to the website. It's super busy out there. Obviously, we'll get to you as soon as we possibly can, but if you want to secure it, just check out on the website.
It's worth the wait.
Yeah. Oh, yes, because it's going to be dispatched from the 16th. Thank you, Katie. But like I said, yeah, like you said, worth
Oh, I was
definitely
just thinking
worth
on
the
the
wait.
phone lines, but yeah.
Oh, yeah, worth the wait.
That as well, all of it.
Yeah.
Do you have a favourite, Alex?
Out of the
Fat quarters?
I've got several. Again, they go, I'm drawn to certain colours. So I really like this one. Let me open this one up.
Oh, that's a stunner, isn't it?
Really like that one.
Yeah, so I'd made a cushion out of that behind you
Yeah, I'll go
because it
grab
was
that.
rude not to.
So I left that one. Hang on a second. Let me just pop this back. Natasha, you'll find out that I am absolutely rubbish at folding. Otherwise,
Oh,
that's
so am
not
I.
too bad.
So
That's
am
not
I,
too
and I
bad.
have absolutely no excuse.
So look at this cutaway. It's also this little one as well, isn't it?
So yeah, so because it's what we call a snowball block, so that's just taking the edges off. And with those leftover cuts, I've demoed this on the show before, you can make the pouch.
Yeah.
And the white one just shows you a different way of organising those little pieces, and it shows you a
That's
little
nice.
cheat way.
Yeah.
That's another Kaffe Fassett, Philip Jacobs.
Yeah.
Kaffe Fassett collective design.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, I know, but have you seen the back of the grey pouch?
Apologies. Oh, no. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Stunning.
it's beautiful.
Isn't it?
It's
Yeah.
just beautiful fabric, so it doesn't matter. And actually, probably looking at that cushion now, I would probably cut out and applique one of those flowers in the middle.
Yeah,
as
pop it
well.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at it thinking, or if you're giving it to someone, you could put initials in there.
Yeah.
You can really personalise.
Lovely. Oh, another question. If you're to make a lavender heat bag, can you put it in the microwave, the fabrics? I'm not. I don't see why not. But
No, I mean, yeah, I mean, I sell Liberty fabrics that you put in the microwave but I try it and see. Just don't leave it unattended.
yeah, yeah.
Go off. Yeah, I haven't tried it, so I wouldn't say with 100% certainty.
Yeah.
But there's no reason why you wouldn't. It's just cotton fabric.
Yeah.
So if you look at your pattern and if it just requires a normal cotton fabric, then yeah, you're good to go. I can't see why not. But like I say, I haven't tried it, so I will not say 100%.
No, that's
in
fair
case
enough.
your house explodes. I don't want that to be
Drastic.
my fault.
Drastic, lovely stuff. So
I'm just
do you want me
turning
to carry
through.
on?
Yeah, I'm just turning this through.
So
and
my next favourite is this. Well, not next because like they're all in. I couldn't put them in order, I don't think. But I'm really drawn to this one. I really like that.
Tiddlywinks.
Is that what it's called?
Tiddlywinks. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm
There's a
totally-
larger version called Paint Pots, and
Right.
this one is Tiddlywinks.
Yep, I really like that one there, and I really like.
We've got it in a lighter version just by you as well, in the pales.
Have we?
Yes, to your right. To your right.
My
to your
right.
Down
Where am I
one.
going? Oh yeah, there it is.
Yay!
Oh, there it is. That one there. That's cool. Yeah, nice, more pastel-y colours. This one that you've done the bib in, actually, really like that because it's punchy.
Oh, that
like
comes
bright.
in so many fabulous colours
Yeah.
as well.
I like bright a lot. This one's a very nice one. Yeah, this one, really like that.
When you open it up, it's got all sorts of big different motifs.
Okay, let's have a little look. That's gorgeous.
Yeah, that's a fussy cut one for me.
Yep.
That's one that and I use that for the any size pouch.
Yeah.
So that when you open it up, you have one of those designs just there.
What about you? What about you?
Oh,
Picking from these.
It depends what day of the week it is.
Yeah.
It's so difficult, and also what colours they're going with as well, because I think in the past I've overlooked this one that I'm working with, but actually when I've put it with that soft mint green behind of the bib, I'm really loving it, and that little hint of pink. Emily's gonna love it.
This is looking so cool.
Well, I mean, it's one of those things. Dinner times don't need to be boring.
No.
So then all you need to do is top stitch all around. I've just pressed that seam where I turned through. I've just pressed that underneath. So when I top stitch, I'm going to start there, and and the reason that I do the bottom, I leave the bottom to turn through, is because it doesn't matter if that flattens out a little bit. Okay. And then I'm going to top stitch around and then pop in a snap. Yes. And it's done.
Marvellous. Lovely. Right then, again, feast your eyes on these beautiful fabrics. You can either go for your first option, which is, let me get the names right. You've got your your grey pale spring masculine. That's our lovely section here. So look at that. Look at those beautiful fabrics. They're stunning. See, this one is in this bag, and doesn't this bag look amazing?
Yeah, that's one of my favourites. So the feathers are Philip Jacobs, and he collected them on his walks down to the local farm where he gets his eggs from. And that's his inspiration. That's where they came from. But we've got it in the hot pink as well.
Here? Or,
yeah.
Is it that one?
Yeah.
Oh!
Yeah, and when you open it out, just the difference in colour is phenomenal.
Wow, oh, this is
I mean, that's
favourite.
Upside down, but yeah.
Oh, sorry.
any which way up.
Yeah, look at that. Isn't that... This is another favourite of mine now.
Yeah, I've made bags out of that. There's a purpley green version as well, and I've made bags out of that. And it's always a favourite, and it's one that always gets commented on. I just love it.
Lovely. So this one is from the second option, which is the green, warm, winter and the sunny. So each option for your one-day special, you're getting 15 fat quarters in each, is $49.99. Or again, you can spread the cost on FlexiBuy, and you're saving that £15, $493,447. Now, the £15 from the first one-day option and the £15 from the second option carry over to the complete collection, and then you're saving a further £10, so it's a £40 saving. And then you'll also get, as part of the complete collection, the you're going to get 3 mystery, I like that, Aurifil thread spools. And as Natasha said, these are literally the Rolls Royce of your beautiful spools.
And actually, they've been really hard to come by.
Are they?
Yeah. I've had terrible trouble stocking them for myself because they've had to come out of Italy and the whole factory shut down.
Of course, yeah.
So actually getting Aurifil threads again is an absolute treat.
Right. Oh, good. Now, stock-wise, we are over half the stock of the complete collection gone. Again, you can spread the cost, 2 payments of $49.99. Item number is 501832. Now, this is brilliant. So, as you were saying, Natasha, you've got to meet the man, a good few times, interviewed him, and you've actually done a nice little video for us now where you're chatting to Kate.
Yeah, I spent the day with him and Brandon in July, and we just had the best time. And these are just a few of the little clips and highlights. If you want the full 2 hours,
wow,
I mean, we really did enjoy it. If you want the 2 hours, then if you go to my Natasha Makes YouTube channel, then it's on there, the full version. But these are just little snippets because we can't put everything on here. But this is just to give you a little taster, and it's actually at his home. Cool. Super lucky to get there.
Let's have a look.
My eyes wander. It's because there is so much to see, and I'm not being rude. It's just that every time I look up, I see something different. It's just beautiful. There are fabrics galore. It's everything you dream of. If you love fabric, this is everything you dream of.
Well, it's very nice being in the house with you, because some people walk into this house and they just give up. They look around and it's chaotic and they can't even begin to be comfortable. But you're enjoying it.
Really
you're
loving
looking
it.
And you're seeing things that you enjoy.
Yeah.
Which is the way I am. I mean, I have a very complex Chinese puzzle of a brain. And so to me, all of the bits of china and all the things that are around just make sense to me.
Well, and you see different things. And for me, in my home, and this is it, I know that Brandon told you not to tidy because he's been to my home. Right. So he knows that this is absolutely fine with me. Yeah. And I feel very comfortable. But it's one of those things that I have little areas and like that's put together and I look at it from this angle and that just sits nicely for me. And the rest of the room can be could have had children in it. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
But this little section, just it's a pleasing aspect.
Yeah.
And that's finding those pleasing aspects. But this is what you do. This you find in life pleasing aspects everywhere you go.
Absolutely. Yeah. And that's very true. That I can filter out all of the chaos and spot a bouquet of flowers or, you know, a window box or something that makes sense to me. And to me, and that becomes enlarged. And the beauty of that is feeding my imagination for a future design or something. And so I'm away.
It's like you've trained your brain to see the positive in things.
Quite.
And that is a really special skill.
Yeah.
Really special. It's like you find in life those people that always see the best in people and those that just love a whinge.
Yeah.
And your brain sees the colour in everything rather than, you know, a dirty wrapper on the floor or something like that. You would
or a stain on the ceiling or a crack or something. You know, that kind of thing never bothers me. If the room I'm in is housing something beautiful in some corner of that room, I'm fine. I'm going to concentrate on that.
Yeah, I think that's
sure.
that's a great life lesson actually.
Yeah.
Apart from, let's concentrate on those bits of beauty that we can find.
Yeah.
And I think certainly the what is it everyone calls it, these unprecedented times that we're living in at the moment, finding those bits of beauty in your home, in your life, is really important.
Oh, and speaking of that, I've never seen the flowers so beautiful in my life. You know, we have little front gardens. What I love about living in a city is that people, and particularly on the edge of a city, people have little front gardens and they are proud of them, and they have their rose bush or their whatever, azaleas or whatever. And I've been walking around on my hour out looking at flowers, and I've never seen them so full and so gorgeous. There's something about the times that maybe there's no pollution in the air or something. Something has made things 10 times more beautiful. Or maybe it's just that I'm concentrating on it, but wow, I've been getting such a buzz.
Well, this is it, because normally you go quite far afield for your books, which we're going to come to in just 1 minute. And we've had quilts in America, we've had Moroccan quilts, we've had all sorts of wonderful places. Is the next one going to be in the UK?
Yes.
I want to say Norfolk.
It's Suffolk.
Suffolk.
Yeah.
There was a folk in there somewhere.
Yeah. Yes.
Amazing.
That's true. And I'm really looking forward to it, because Quilts in Burano is very special, because we found this magical little island off of Venice that is a fisherman's kind of island, and it's so full of color. It's so saturated. It was so exactly what turns me on and makes me excited.
But could you live there?
It would be difficult for me to live there, probably, because it's just
Would you be too overwhelmed?
So overwhelming. But in a way, maybe. I don't know. You get used to it, I guess. I mean, that would be the sad thing, if all that incredibly exciting color just became totally ordinary and you couldn't see it anymore.
I could listen to him all day.
Oh, he's got the most beautiful voice.
Yeah.
And just...
It's his gestures as well, isn't it? You see that passion, you know?
Yeah, and he's just done so much with his life. And I mean, we chatted, like I say, for hours, and there's one point where he just leaned over, he said, I'd forgotten I'd even done that. You know, he's done so much.
Yeah.
It's just, oh yeah.
Amazing. Lovely. Now, we do have a huge backing fabric here, 2 meters of your backing fabric. I tell you what, that's fun fabric, that one as well.
Right, so it's not just 2 meters.
Is it not?
It's 2 meters in depth.
Depth, right.
But this is extra wide.
Right.
So this is 108 inches wide. So what's that, 270?
Right.
Yeah, this is super wide. It's really soft.
I'm
really
going to have to have a feel.
Oh
yeah, it's almost like, it almost feels slightly velvety on top.
He's sort of satiny,
Yeah.
No, it's really, really lovely. And yeah, I mean, we were just playing around with
wondered
dailies
what they
and
were
just
looking at.
using, just playing with his fabrics and seeing if you could kind of ombre them and do all sorts of fun stuff with it. And that was, just a little bit of fun that we had, and then we realised that it actually was quite similar to the backing fabric.
Yeah, it's fabulous. I mean, that is going to give you a real pop, isn't it?
Well, when you turn down your quilt,
Yeah, you get a surprise.
and there's this
Yeah.
underneath. I mean, how fantastic is that?
Gorgeous. So that is 2 payments of £32.50 if you do want to spread the cost. 710618. Now, the signed copy of Kaffe's book, over half the stock of that has gone, and it is the limited edition. He's only signed so many. Should we have another quick look through?
Yeah. Let's. So the one that we were sat in front of during the interview for part of it is this, which is Hot Steps.
Right.
And so, but there's also a cooler version in here as well. So people seem to be split between those that love reds and then those who love the cooler colours. So there's your signed bookplate there in there, and there's something for every level in here. And I mean, I said to him, how did you even manage to find a bin man that was colourful? I mean, that's going some, isn't it? He's like, yeah, he had these lovely colours on. And he just finds them. And
oh, look at those.
Kaffe will find people sat next to each other on a bench before lockdown on the underground.
Right.
And their shirts will be an amazing colour combination or something together. He finds that.
Yeah.
And that's what is so incredible about him. He really does filter his brain. And I think that's a real gift. Because if you're always finding the colour and the beauty, how wonderful.
I'm just in awe of seeing all of these different quilts. And like you said, all the colours going through the streets. It's stunning, isn't it? I love the way he's positioned the quilts as well.
Well, this is the other thing, and I said to him, do you actually ask permission? He's like, well, it's better to apologise.
Do it first, apologise later.
But generally, when he explains to people what he's doing, the owner of the broom, I mean, I don't know about your broom, mine really isn't colourful at all, but he finds a broom that matches the wall that goes with the quilt. Of course he does, of course he does. And there was one that he did in Ireland, and there was the most beautiful bike, and it's like, we just rocked up, we found this grocery store, and they happen to have this turquoise bike, obviously. This is one of my favourites. So this is a take on the log cabin, but each log cabin piece is framed.
Right.
So you get that traditional log cabin, but it allows his really large prints to have a frame and have a moment of their own.
It almost looks like an illusion. It looks like it's a tunnel that you're looking into.
Yeah, but it means that he can use some of these beautiful big prints. And this is one of the fat quarters. And then this is Brandon's brocade. And you've got some of the agate there, which we've got a darker version of there, which is just on the right here, top one down, that one.
Ooh.
So, I mean, and we've got that in 2 different colourways as well. That's also on the bottom of Emily's dress here, if I show you along the bottom there. So, I mean, how different does it... Oh, hello. How different does it look from that along the bottom there
to this one?
To that there.
Look at
Just that change in colour.
Is amazing.
So if you're making for the man in your life, this is a fabulous one to be able to have in your armoury, and maybe line something or have that as a tablet holder or something, whatever you're making.
Lovely.
Just great.
Thank you.
Great.
Right then, so do get that signed copy of the book, because we're 60% of the stock gone. How's the bib coming along?
The bib is coming along. Well, I've just got to put the snaps on, and that's it. So all I will do is get my template, and it's positioned on the template. I cut a little hole through my template so that my pen can go through.
Sure.
I mean, it's high-tech stuff, this, Alex. Really high-tech. And then flip it. and mark it again. The only thing that I would say is, I mean, with these snaps, they're great. They're super easy to use. Just remember that one has to go one way, and then you put the other one through the other way, because I did one where
I'm sure it's easily done.
Yeah, you know. And I use these are cam snaps because they're super easy. You just pop the base in there and squeeze, and that's it in.
Nice.
I mean, ridiculously easy. And I need that in my life. I'm not going to lie.
Especially when you're a mum of 2 and you've got your own business.
Absolutely. There you go. And that is another little bib. And it's, you know, it won't lie flat on the desk because it's shaped to go around.
But I love that flower right in the centre. It really showcases it. Hopefully not too much spaghetti will go down there.
Do you know what, though? I mean, my daughter loves curry. This is going to
Really?
be the perfect one. It will hide the turmeric stains. We're on. This is the curry bib.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you, Natasha. So we have, of course, our one-day specials, and we do have the complete collection. So on screen, though, at the moment, we've got the complete collection. Look at all of these beautiful fabrics. I'm going to ask Katie now, which ones does she like? Oh. Quick, Katie, quick.
It's
Too much choice. The geodes in the purple and pink. Where is this? Guide my hand. Is it over here? No?
Oh, the one that was the lining for Emily's dress. Down there.
This one.
There, yeah.
Like this one. Cool.
Oh, yeah, they are geodes, agates. Yeah, there's an agate one coming out in the next collection, which is stunning. I think that you're right, these are geodes.
Absolutely beautiful. Any others? All of them, she just can't choose. I love that. So all of these beautiful, beautiful fat quarters, which you will stroke them.
You will, yeah, and this is it. I mean, you're not even someone that has lots of fabric in their life or or sews that much, and it just makes you want to stroke it.
It does.
I love seeing that reaction in people. I love it, absolutely love it.
Gorgeous. So you're going to get all 30 of your fat quarters, plus you'll get your 3 spools of the Orifil thread for £99.98. Remember, this whole bundle has a £40 saving. So it'll be mystery, so the colours will vary, but £40 saving on the complete collection is not to be sniffed at. And you can spread the cost on FlexiBuy, 2 payments of £49.99. Over half the stock has gone of the complete collection in just this first, 45 minutes. 501832. We are still very, very busy on the phone line, so please do check out on the website at hochanda.com. Are we going back to Natasha? Oh, we are. Okay.
Right. What shall we make next? Decisions. Let's have...
You've only got about 7-ish minutes.
7-ish minutes. Shall we start one then? Well, let's explain what I'm going to do then for the next hour. If you go down to...
the woods tonight.
Yeah, right to the end.
Yes.
I like to make things that are functional and useful and use things that are beautiful. That is the one. A lot of you will know I have dogs, and when I say I have dogs, I have 2 Great Danes and an Otter Hound. I sadly lost my Spaniel last month, we are a dog down, which is very sad. Studio dog Arthur. But it means that dog walking, obviously, poo bags are a thing. So I thought, well, I'm going to make a beautiful poo bag holder that you can just clip onto your lead, because otherwise I have poo bags in every pocket.
Yeah.
And it's embarrassing. You go to pay for something or try and get your mask out, and poo bags go everywhere. So I was like, right, those rolls of poo bag can go in there. It's going to look classy. It's going to look great. So that's your little dispenser at the back.
There you go.
That's your dispenser at the back. It clips onto the lead or onto your belt or whatever. So we've got the hardware set available, which will give you enough hardware for at least 10.
Yes.
Including the clasp at the front, all that hardware that you see.
Yeah. And then inside the faux leather, one of the fat quarters from the one-day special has been used. Yeah, really nice, isn't it? And I tell you what, the faux leather as well that you've used is really lovely. So you do get a fat quarter of your faux leather. This is with the pattern.
With the pattern and one of the swivel clips as well.
Yes.
With that, just in case you don't happen to have one. The other thing is, if you don't want it as a poo bag holder, don't put the back on, but just have it so that you've got your mask and you can clip your mask onto your belt. Yeah. It's because I've been back to my car, I don't know how many times because I've
Tell me about it.
Mask.
Trying to get used to it.
Yeah. So actually, have that pattern, do that pattern, or actually the envelope, the any size envelope pattern will work beautifully for just having your mask. Put the eyelets on. Swivel clip onto your belt or whatever, so that you've always got your mask with you.
Lovely. So it is $11.99, and you'll get, like you said, the pattern. Your how much of the
a fat quarter?
Sorry,
but it's a big fat quarter because it's a really wide.
Look at this.
I think it's 150 wide, which means that instead of it being 55 centimeters, it's like 75 centimeters instead. So there's a lot, and it's only, I think it's, I'm trying to remember, I think it's only 11 inches by 8 or by 4, 11 by 4 inches that you use for one of those packets. So you are going to be able to make loads. And I did that because, well, if you buy the hardware, then the hardware works out being about £3 a pouch. Okay. But you're going to be able to make loads. And if you want to make and sell or make and gift, or, you know,
that's great.
Then you can.
I like that. Classy poo bags. Wonderful.
You know, we're bringing it here, Hochanda.
We are.
Yeah.
$11.99, then $490, $119.
And we'll make that next hour.
That sounds good. And don't forget, have a look for that extra hardware that Natasha was talking about on the website. Right then, let's go back to our half meters. I am going to move this again before. There we go. Right, so we have got the beautiful half meters at the back here. Have a little look. And like you said, I can totally see now how that and that goes together and that goes together. So this first one is called Enchanted Dark. Ooh. Oh, this one's the one that's in the lead. Interesting. You're picking this one. You like your brights at home, don't you? That's just beautiful. Look at all those wonderful colours that pop. They're all quite warm colours, aren't they?
Have you ever worried about orange and pink clashing? Then don't. No. Because look at it.
I saw in a rather nice shop and I thought I would never have put them together. It was the most beautiful shift dress, because I always love my shift dresses, and it was literally half and half, bright magenta and orange, and I went, wow, that does work. Yeah, it was so stunning to see. So
yeah, I remember Kate saying to me once, well, pink just is orange.
Yeah.
What's the problem? Pink is orange. Yeah. Okay.
Right, the next one is called Promenade Stripes, and yes, you can see how those will tone really, really nicely.
And they're not straight stripes either.
Are they not?
No, there's a slight wiggle to them. So if your stitching isn't quite straight, it's perfect.
Wonky stitches.
Yeah.
That works well. And then my favourite.
Luscious.
Luscious, yeah. This is definitely my favourite. It's how vivid it is. Boy, I'd love a shift dress in this. Or a skirt.
I mean, that's a showstopper, that
yeah,
isn't it?
that really is. That's beautiful.
So that's a Philip Jacobs design, as is the dahlias next to you. So when you... Oh, Japanese chrysanthemum, sorry.
Oh, it's all right.
Soz.
But yes, what were you going to say when you...
So yeah, these are Philip Jacobs. When you see the botanicals like this, then you know that that's Philip Jacobs. But then Kaffe works his magic with the colour.
He does.
And it's that pop. It's getting those colours. I mean, that green, that turquoise in there, there's just coming out at you. But it allows you to put it with any colours that are in there, and you get such a different feel depending on what colours, what planes you put with it.
Yeah.
Oh, love it.
So this one is the Millefeuille.
Millefeuille, yeah.
Sorry, my pronunciations are terrible.
I can't guarantee mine's great.
And you decided to put a more pastel one in.
Yeah, because not everyone wants those big bold, and because I made a little girl's dress out of it, so I wanted to be able to demo it. This is based on paperweights.
Right.
That's where that design idea comes from. It's from paperweights.
Okay.
And it's just so pretty. I could see this lining books.
Yeah.
And things like that. You know those antique books
yes,
where you open it up and you've got
idea.
those beautiful
Lovely.
covers inside.
And then the next one, we're going a bit more autumnal. This is the Japanese chrysanthemum in red. That's a really nice, beautiful one again, so bold. Then we have got the brassica flowers in green. And then the same, the brassica flowers, that's quite hard to say, in the blue. They are gorgeous. Really busy for all of those. You're picking any three for £22.97, 534563. So we're just going to change the details again for our complete collection because it is so beautiful. You have got those 30 gorgeous fat quarters, plus you're getting the mystery set of 3 Aurifil thread spools, whatever, for £99.98, and with the savings carried over from the one-day special options and a further £10 off, you're getting a £40 saving. 501832. Thank you, Natasha.
Oh, thank you. It's just, oh, wow, it's never a chore, is it, with such beautiful fabrics at all?
Absolutely. So Natasha and I will be back together at 8 p.m. this evening. Make sure you're checking out your baskets, and we'll see you after this short break.